King's Country at kingscountry.net. Thanks for riding shotgun with me through the midday thing. I'm Jim King, and my friend Garth Brooks injured his left hand in a minor farm accident and had to postpone last Wednesday's live preview of his Fun album. That's the title, Fun. Here he is with Trisha Yearwood announcing they've moved the preview to Mondays inside Studio G on Facebook.
Hey, everybody. Mr. and Miss Yearwood here saying sorry. We have to reschedule to the 26th, Monday, inside Studio G, the usual time. And we'll do the Talk Shop Live then with the Queen. And hopefully everything will be great. We'll be able to play guitar, and it'll be good.
If not, I'll have to learn the chords. You don't want that.
I love you guys. Thank you for your patience.
Country at kingscountry.net. We're cruising to the end of the 10 o'clock hour of the Jim King of the Radio Show for a TGIF edition. Got some birthdays worth mentioning here. Neurosurgeon and TV journalist Sanjay Gupta turns 51 today. Ryan Reynolds is 44. Emilia Clarke, Game of Thrones, is 34. And a guy that I had the pleasure of visiting with years ago in Hollywood, Weird Al Yankovic, is 61. I was a bartender at a place called the Coconut Teaser back in the mid-'80s. That was on Sunset Strip, Sunset and Crescent Heights in Los Angeles. And one day I was working, and I looked up from my cash register, and standing before me was Weird Al Yankovic. So I got to visit with the guy for a while. Nice man, even a little bit bashful. It was hard to believe. Love his work, though. Weird Al, 61. Happy birthday, y'all.
Happy birthday to
you. King's Country at kingscountry.net. Thanks for streaming us on the World Wide Web. It's Jim King of the Radio behind the wheel. Thanks for being here. Hey, stay with me. Coming up in the next break, we're going to re-air that interview I did earlier this week with George Dearborn about his new album. It's called Old Brown Bottle. Of course, George Dearborn will be kicking off the Jim King of the TV show tomorrow night, but that interview will be re-aired in just a few here on the Jim King of the Radio show. So stay with me, kids. kingscountry.net. As promised, I've got my friend George Dearborn on the phone. How you doing today, George?
I'm doing great, Jim. Glad to be back on here with you. Are you doing all right?
Yeah, you got some exciting news not too long ago. I think just several weeks ago, you released a new CD, 12 tracks. It's called Old Brown Bottle. We've been talking about that. You were, last time I spoke with you, I think it was in March at the Marsh Fest, and you were just in the planning phase for that album.
Yeah, we'd been working on it. It ended up being about a year-long project, and man, it was worth every minute of it.
Did you do all the tracks in Nashville this time?
Yes, I did. I did. We did the instrument parts at one studio, and then I did the vocals at Fox Ridge Studio.
Hey, I don't know if you know this yet, but we're featuring you on our TV show, the Jim King of the TV show, this Saturday night. It'll debut on Fox 4.
Oh, cool. No, I didn't know that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, since everybody's on a hiatus now due to COVID-19, we've been kind of just coasting along and doing rehashing some things from the past, and you're one of the last big gigs we did before everything shut down in March. So we're going to re-air those couple of segments we did with you at the Marsh Fest in March.
Yeah, that was, I think we played one show after that, then that's when everything shut down.
Mm-hmm. That's George Dearborn. He began his career right here in Southeast Texas. Started off playing drums back in the late 70s, huh, bud?
Yeah, I gave that a try for a while, and realized that it would be better for me to be up front because it was it was a challenge playing the drums and singing at the same time.
Yeah, and then you took center stage there at Cutters. You played there around the same time Mark Chestnut and Tracy Byrd were coming up, and then this is kind of a crazy story. You decided to hang up your guitar for about 20 years, huh?
Yes, it was 22 years. I hung it up and then just decided I missed it so much. I wanted to kind of get back into it, so that's what we did, and we've been rolling pretty good since.
Yeah, and you came out of retirement just briefly to be on one of my Christmas specials one year. Remember that? At the
I do.
McFadden Ward House. Maybe that's where you got the bug back. Who knows?
It's always been there, man. Just had other things I needed to take care of. So, but that's done, and we're having a ball with it right now.
Did you write any of the songs on Old Brown Bottle?
I did not write any of the tunes that I've got on this particular album here. So, but I'm working on some right now, and hopefully I'll get to do another album.
All right. Well, let's give that new release, new single a spin right now. Old Brown Bottle, George Dearborn on King's Country. Bottle on King's Country, kingscountry.net. Got the singer right here on the line. I'm talking to my friend George Dearborn. He's no stranger to our program. We've had you on before, the TV and the radio show.
Yes, sir.
So you're getting some spins around Texas with that new song and beyond?
Yeah, it's been doing well. I mean, we're increasing stations and spins every week, and that's what it's all about. Just get out there in front of the people so they can hear it, and hope they like it.
Again, that's the title track to his new CD, Old Brown Bottle. You can get a copy of it, I guess, online. People can go download the all 12 tracks, huh?
Yes, sir. They can go to my website at georgedearborn.com, and everything's on there that they can get a CD, or I got some caps now and some koozies. So, hey, help yourself, and it would help us immensely.
Of course, we're coming to you from Beaumont, Texas, but we're on the World Wide Web here, so people anywhere in the world could be listening at this moment. So for folks in Southeast Texas, you got any gigs coming up in the near future where they can catch one of your live shows?
Well, as a matter of fact, I've got one Friday night at Sawdust. So I think we'd be the second band to start it back up. They had one this past Friday, and so we'll play this Friday night.
Okay, Sawdust Saloon. Check them out this coming Friday night. And Saturday night, you can check them out on the television, on the Boob Tube. We're going to re-air those recent segments we did at Marsh Fest with you, George.
That'd be great, Jim. I appreciate it again, man.
All right. We keep up the good work. Anything else you want to tell us?
Well, I'm just we're glad to be rolling again. We've had some good bookings come up, and we always enjoy seeing everybody. Love to watch everybody dance. So y'all come catch us when you can. We appreciate it.
All right, George, you keep up the good work. King's Country, kingscountry.net. I've got breaking news from the style world. Just when you thought it was safe to get your hair cut, a website called mulletchamp.com is holding the first annual Best Kids Mullet in America. It's a contest. They've got it narrowed down to the top 10. One of the finalists is a 14-year-old in Alabama named Ethan Boldaz. A reporter talked to the guy who organized it and asked Ethan what message people are sending when they decide to have a mullet.
It stands for having a good time and just being fun to be around.
People were so happy because they got away from just the daily grind of hearing about all the negative stuff and all the doom and gloom. I think older generations are kind of laughing that the mullet's back. younger generations, especially like the high school kids through like the 20-somethings, they're just eating it up.
Little confession here. I had a mullet way back when. Kind of creeps up in my bad dreams every once in a while. No more mullets. Come on, folks. This is 2020. We've had enough bad things happen this year. Thanks for listening to King's Country, though.
Yes, I understand just fine.
King's Country at kingscountry.net. That's Hank Williams Jr. I'm just Jim King. Thanks for listening. We're going to take a little time out and pay some bills, but coming up in just a few moments, we're going to gaze in the rear view at a concert from a few years back with the late, great G.G. Shinn. He knew all the cats from our neck of the woods, including Janis Joplin. He's got a funny Janis Joplin story to tell. That's coming up in a few. Stay with me on King's Country.
Listen for King of the Road.
Well, I just think about a guy going down the road making up a song as he goes along. Trailers for $2 a rent, rooms to it 50 cents. It looks like he's just going along the highway just making up a song.
Jim King.
Thanks for listening to us on the World Wide Web at kingscountry.net. You got one of those Alexa speakers, just say, Alexa, play King's Country from TuneIn, and you are in, locked into the most magnificent country music mix on the planet, bar none, 24/7 and 365. As promised, it's time for a cruise, Cadillac style, down the highways, byways, and bayous of southeast Texas and southwestern Louisiana. Hold on, cowboys and cowgirls.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's King of the Road.
Backstage with legendary blue-eyed soulman G.G. Shinn. G.G. Shinn, of course, is known to all the legends from southeast Texas, including Janis Joplin. And I think it was you that told me a funny story one time about her at the Big Oak. Something about deer?
Yeah, the frog?
Yeah.
On my way from, I was coming from Franklin to go to a gig at the Big Oak Club. Mm-hmm. Franklin's way down in South Louisiana. And it was a back road situation before the interstate. But when I turned the corner one day at a red light, I noticed this big old frog was laying on the side. So I ran over there and I picked that frog up, put a string around his waist. So when I walked in the Big Oak Club, that big old frog was jumping in front of me. I'll never forget this. So we're on the bandstand and there's a banister. And everybody would stand on the banister, right there in front of the banister, too, including Janis. And they'd put their pitchers of beer on the bar rail there. So I had this frog on a string, and I picked the frog up and put it in Janis's beer, upside down. His feet are sticking out like this. She takes the frog, and pulls it out of a beer and puts it on the floor and drinks the beer. That's a funny part. Everybody went, oh, she didn't drink that beer. Yes, she did.
Streaming from the studios of King of the Road Productions in Beaumont, Texas on the Jim King of the Radio Show. Not to be confused with the Jim King of the TV Show. Pretty much the same thing, but that one has pictures. Got a new episode debuting tomorrow night. It's going to come on a little bit late. I think 10:30-ish due to Fox Sports. Might be the World Series, I think. Goodness gracious. Tomorrow night. 10:30-ish on Fox 4 KBTV. I'll be posting those segments soon at jimkingoftheroad.com, so be looking for those bad boys. But here's a little preview. In this show, we're going to have Corey Michael back in the Royal Spotlight by popular demand. He's a local cat. Got the Southeast Texas debut of Trisha Yearwood's new video as our King's Country Music Clip of the Week from Nashville. And my buddy George Dearborn will kick off the whole show.
Here's one we call Wind Me Up, and here we go.
The center of attention in this barroom. I've got the biggest heartache of the year.
Appreciate it, Jim. Thank you. Like I said before, thank you for all you do with live music and keeping people going.
Like I said before, I don't know what I would do with 30 minutes of TV programming if I didn't have people like you to help me fill it up.
That might get pretty interesting. I don't know.
Be a lot of editing.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, hey, I'm getting excited, getting ready to go on stage, and y'all come make one of our shows if you haven't already, and we appreciate everybody that supports our music and supports live music.
Is it GeorgeDearborn.com?
My website is gdearbornband.com, and you can go on there to find out our shows, and 'cause I keep it up to date daily, so if it's on there, that's where we're going to be.
All right, sir. Thanks for your time.
All right, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Green snakes on the ceiling, walking walls I can see. On through on stool, on this stool, sets this for me. On through the stool is what I heard the bartender say. If on the whole night would ever turn out this way. Green snakes on the ceiling, walking walls I can see. One flew on a stool, on this stool sets this for me. One flew on a stool, on this stool sets this for me. Oh yeah! Well, that's some fun music to play right there.
Check out George Dearborn at 10:30-ish tomorrow night on Fox 4 KBTV. If you're in Southeast Texas, you can go to JimKingOfTheRoad.com and stream those segments soon. And thanks for listening to King's Country Internet Radio. King's Country, KingsCountry.net. Thanks for riding shotgun with me. Got a little treat for you, boys and girls. Little taste test. Here's a Restless Heart singer Larry Stewart, along with Pam Tillis, doing a country version of Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's on Larry's new album, Every Day is Christmas, which is out today, by the way. Taste test time.
I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true.